So there's this time where I got gut punched by a lady on the plane. This is my story. Okay, you guys, this one, I cannot believe I'm telling this right now because I didn't think I would ever tell anybody this. Well, my coworkers and my husband and family know this, but like on social media, I didn't think I was ever going to do this. So I am a flight attendant. Right now I am on maternity leave because of my baby, but I work for a major airline. And so it was about 3 years ago and I just got out of training, and training is intense. So if you're a flight attendant, you know this. But for the airline I work for, it was about 8 weeks, 15 hours a day about, and 6 days a week. And so it is brutal. And when you're done, if you pass the training, then you go on to probation. Yeah! And so probation is another 6 months of basically you can't be late to anything. You can't have anything wrong with your uniform. You have to be in compliance with everything. You can't call out sick. You can't, nothing. Like you have to be like A+++ on a roll. So to say that you're scared that you're going to lose your job is an understatement after all the hard work you put into. So I was flying from New York to Florida, and it was a couple days before Christmas. So we were actually in flight, and I had a feeling this day that something was going to go wrong. And you guys know when you have those feelings that like, okay, something's going to happen today. That was exactly what I was feeling. So I was going down doing my safety checks, and for flight attendant lingo, if you don't know, safety checks are basically you go through and you check everyone to make sure their seat is up, their armrests are down, they have their monitors, if it's a screen monitor, put it away. If they're at the bulkhead, they're buckled in, they're sitting up, just all those types of things. And this is for your guys' safety. And what people don't know, they think we're just being annoying, like, put your head, sit up, buckle up. Don't do that, do this, tray table up. It's really a huge deal. And the reason why is because when you land the plane, if something wrong happens, a tray table down or a seat in front of you close to your face is going to block your emergency exit to get out of the plane. And seconds in a plane accident is like life or death. So it's a huge, huge deal. So I was going down and I was checking everyone to make sure they were doing it, and I get to the very last row. So this is a 2-3 configuration. So that means there is 2 seats on one side of the plane and 3 seats on the other side of the plane. 2 seats are on my right, 3 seats on my left, walking down the aisle. You have the visual yet? So I don't know usually when families are together if they're not sitting together. And so there is a gentleman and a lady sitting on the 2 seats over here. And they're in the very last row. There was, I thought, probably like a 20-year-old, but actuality, he was a kid sleeping on the 3 configuration. He wasn't buckled in. He was sleeping laying down, and the tray table was down with his drink. And I looked to the child, who I thought was a 20-year-old, and I said, "Sir, sir, sir, excuse me, sir, sir, I need your tray table up and you come sit up." He's not waking up. So I thought, how do I do this without startling him? I have a good idea. I'll tap his foot. That's what I'll do. Sir, excuse me, tap, tap. I had just been punched in the stomach. Punched. And it wasn't like it was like a, and I look over and there's this lady and she yells to me,
"Don't touch my child."
Mind blown. At that moment, I didn't know what to do. I was like, "Did you just hit me?" And she says,
"Yeah, I did, and what you gonna do about it?
You guys, I could not believe what was happening to me. And it starts playing through my head. My
training, what do I do? And security measures and this and that. Am I gonna get fired?
I know now, looking back, I wasn't gonna get fired. But you're so terrified you're gonna do something wrong or handle a situation wrong that you are gonna get fired. Because I'm on probation, right? So I start going through a million things in my head, and it was like slow motion, where I finally said, do not touch me. And she starts yelling at me. And next thing I know is I start looking around, and it's slow motion. Everyone starts pulling out their cameras. She said,
I will wake him up. You don't touch my child. I'll do it. This isn't your job.
And starts going off on me. So I start trying to explain to her, ma'am, you cannot touch a flight attendant, and you are breaking the federal aviation law by putting your hands on me. And I didn't know that was your kid. I was just simply trying to protect him and help him and get him sitting up. So she starts yelling and yelling, and I told her. And right before I told her this, I thought in my head, this is gonna go two ways. Either I'm gonna end up on the news, or I'm gonna end up losing my job. So what's gonna happen here? And I knew, I wasn't gonna lose my job again, but I thought I was. And so I looked at her calmly and I said, ma'am, you need to stop yelling at me or I'm going to call the captain right now. And then the husband chimes in and says, the big, solid B word to me. My jaw dropped. And I said, that's it. I'm calling the captain. Yeah! So at this time, we're below 10,000 feet. We're about to land the plane. And you don't contact the captain if it's 10,000 feet or under. Only if it's an emergency, because they have a lot going on there and you don't want to distract them unless it is an emergency. And at the time, I was again scared I was going to lose my job. So I thought, I can't contact the captain. It's 10,000 feet or under. So I didn't. I tell my flight leader and I said, I just had a passenger hit me in the stomach. And she didn't believe me at first. She's like, wait, what? And this flight attendant has been flying 15 years and never had that happen or been on a plane or heard of that. So she goes back and she says, ma'am, did you just hit my flight attendant? And she goes,
No, I didn't. I didn't touch her.
And another guy, a couple seats back, goes, yes, you did. I saw the whole thing. And so she goes, fine.
Maybe I touched her.
So she goes, ma'am, you're going to have to stay seated when we land the plane. So she starts screaming and yelling, and the kid's like, what is going on? We land the plane. I immediately call the captain, which I'm not supposed to, again, until they open the door and we're parked at. I said, I don't know how you want to handle this, but somebody punched me in the stomach. And they said, all right, let me handle it. And hung up the phone. When we got to the gate, the police officer was there. And they came on the plane and they grabbed a microphone and they said, ladies and gentlemen, please stay seated. We have a security measure on the plane and we need everybody to remain in their seats and buckled. And I am dying inside. I couldn't believe this was happening. This was like my first or second month flying and I got punched in the stomach and now the police are coming on board. What is happening? They go back to her and she's arguing and yelling how it was inappropriate. I touched his foot to wake him up for the plane. And I should have asked her. But I didn't know they were together. And she's arguing and yelling and the next thing you know, he goes, ma'am, if you don't want to spend your Christmas in handcuffs, I suggest you come with me right now. So she finally got up and she walked off the plane and I smiled at her and I said, thank you for flying with us. Have a great day and Merry Christmas. And saw her walk off the plane with the cops. So that was my story when I got punched in the stomach as a flight attendant. If you guys are new here, it means so much to us if you subscribe and turn on the push notifications every time I upload a new video, and give this video a thumbs up and tell me how you would have reacted. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you next time.